It's 2:43 in the morning. Your body is tired, your eyes are closed, everything is quiet. But your mind isn't. Out of nowhere, it brings up something small. A moment. A sentence. A tiny detail you hadn't thought about all day. Why did I say that? Did that sound wrong? Do they think I'm awkward? Just like that, one thought becomes five becomes 10, and before you know it, you are reviewing your entire personality at 2:43 am. Not your best moments, of course, just the ones your brain has decided to highlight forever. This is overthinking, and if it feels like your brain is working against you sometimes, you're not alone. Overthinking feels productive. It feels like you're analyzing, solving, improving. But if you zoom out, you will notice something important. You're not moving forward. You're looping. Same thoughts, same questions, same doubts, just louder and more convincing. Psychologists often break this into two patterns. The first one is rumination, such as replaying conversations, rewriting outcomes, trying to fix something that already happened. And the other one, worry, like predicting problems, imagining scenarios, preparing for things that may never happen. And here's the trap. Both feel like problem solving, but neither actually leads to resolution. Your brain isn't trying to make you anxious. Here's where it gets interesting. It's trying to protect you from mistakes, from rejection, from uncertainty. According to a research of the University of Michigan, people who engage in rumination often believe it helps them gain insight and solve problems. But in reality, it tends to increase distress without improving outcomes. Your brain thinks, if I just think about this a little more, I will figure it out. But often, there's nothing new to figure out. Just the same thought, wearing a different outfit. Another reason we overthink is that we don't like uncertainty. There is a concept in psychology called intolerance of uncertainty. Basically, our discomfort with not knowing what will happen. Researches show that people who struggle with uncertainty are more likely to worry excessively because worry feels like control, even if it isn't. Let's say you send a message, no reply. Your brain doesn't say they're probably busy. It says something's off, they didn't like it, you should have said it differently, when in reality he's just sleeping. Your brain would rather create a negative story than accept not knowing. But overthinking has a cost. It drains your energy, it increases anxiety, and it delays action. And here is something surprising. A famous study found that around 85% of the things people worry about never actually happen. And of the ones that do, most people reported handling them better than expected. So your brain spends hours preparing you for problems that usually don't exist. It's like studying for an exam that never shows up. So how do you stop? Not by forcing your thoughts away. That usually makes them louder. Instead, you notice them. Next time your mind starts spiraling, pause and say, this is overthinking. Not, this is important, or I need to fix this right now. Just name it. This works because of something called cognitive diffusion, a concept from acceptance and commitment therapy. It simply means you're not your thoughts. You can observe them without being controlled by them. Next, give your thinking a limit, because without one, it doesn't stop. Set a boundary. I will think about this for 10 minutes, even if it feels unfinished. Research from University of Cambridge suggests that structured thinking time can reduce repetitive thought patterns because it prevents your brain from turning thinking into a constant background process. You are not eliminating thinking, you're containing it. Overthinking lives in your head. Action brings you back to reality. So instead of asking, what is the perfect choice? Ask, what is one small step I can take? For example, worried about failing? Instead of imagining every outcome, study one topic, take one step. Action creates feedback, and feedback is something thinking alone cannot give you. There is also something called the Zeigarnik effect, a psychological principle showing that unfinished tasks stay in your mind longer. Taking action, even small steps, helps close that loop. This is the hardest part, letting go of certainty, because overthinking is often just a search for guarantees, but life doesn't offer many. You won't always know if something will work. You won't always know how people feel. You won't always feel ready, and that is okay. Research in psychology consistently shows that people who accept uncertainty tend to experience less anxiety over time. Not because life becomes predictable, because they stop trying to control what cannot be controlled. Clarity doesn't always come before action. Sometimes it comes after. Overthinking doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind is trying, just a little too hard to protect you. But protection can turn into pressure, and pressure can turn into paralysis. So next time it happens, notice the loop. Give it a limit, take one small step, and allow some uncertainty to exist. Maybe it's not that deep, and if it is, you will handle it better with a quieter mind.